Do you remember when Michael Jordan retired? You remember those shirts were like basketball is life. I remember when I was young in junior high, I bought my first pair of name brand shoes. So, a quick insight into life back then. For us, I think we were lower middle class. I was living off of these $9, $8, $9 Payless shoes. And then come junior high, we had PE, and I'm slipping and skating all over. My PE teacher's like, hey, listen, look at all these black marks on the court. You can't wear these shoes. And I'm like, well, my parents don't blame me. And he's like, let me talk. And so he orchestrates this, I don't know, I think he called my parents, and they were like, your PE teacher, we talked to your PE teacher. I don't know if it was in person, or I don't know how it worked. But either way, in junior high, my parents were like, let's go get you some shoes. And so they went out and they're like, let's buy you. And they bought me some Nike running shoes, just like bare bones, cheapest. I don't remember how much. I want to say they were like $30-$40, which at the time were like 4 times more than they ever spent on any shoes ever. And they were okay, they did the job. But I remember I saved up for like a year. I think it was a little less than a year, and I bought some Reebok Insta Pumps. I think it was the next year. And oh my goodness, I love those shoes. They were black and white. And they weren't the Frank Thomases. They were just, anyway, they were some awesome basketball shoes. They had the Hex Air pockets in the sole, and they had the Insta Pump on top, and they were just super cool and loud and big. So anyway, and basketball was life. Above the rim was the Reebok thing, and Nike was, just do it with Michael Jordan, his Air Jordans. And so Jordan was just going to be around forever. He was just the best basketball player on the planet. And then all of a sudden he retired. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What's happened to the world? And I was devastated. Sure enough, he joins AAA baseball. I was like, no way. And all of a sudden, as a card collector, I'm seeing Jordan still in the market. I'm like, yes, thank you. Here's a man that's extremely athletic. In the 90s sometime, I don't remember, on TV once, I saw him throw a football. He tells the priest, keep going, go long, go. And he's just like, his buddy's like running past trees and he just throws this football a mile. Well, a little hyperbole there, but he throws it over those mountains, right? Such a super athlete. So when these came out, my sister was the first. My sister was the first one to pull one of these, and I had to have one. So this is actually a recent purchase. I went out and I bought this because I like it. So just deal with it. Kind of a long story behind it. Shoes which were related to my love of sports, which was given to me by this man right here, Michael Jordan. Not my father hated sports. He was an engineer. Sports are a waste of time. Look at, they're just grown-ups playing games. Don't even watch it. Spectators are stupid okay, that's great, Dad. Thanks. But I love sports. And so I played basketball every day at lunch. I would play sports whenever I could with my friends in the summer when the weather was nice. Huge influence on my life. One reason why I'm still in shape today is because of this man right here who inspired me to be something more, right? It's more than just a game, okay? So, 1994, Upper Deck, they came out with these vertical ones. The 95 Holoveiws in football were turned sideways, which I really like. I like the bold lines. The card, obviously the picture, the hologram down here where you can see your favorite player in 3 dimensions. So cool. It's like a little film of them. Just one of my favorite things, these Holoveiws. So top right says Holoveiw FX, which is the, trademark Upper Deck branding of this technology. Michael Jordan, so the player name right here, obviously the picture of the player with the hologram of the player. Down here is their team name, White Sox, and their position outfield. All right? Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Oh, and they had a die-cut version as well. Now, on the back, this is something else that I love. This just looks like he's playing. Look at the clouds in the background. It looks like he's just playing backyard ball. Do you remember? I remember the smell of the grass, the smell of the dirt in the morning. You know, that wet dirt smell, like it had just rained the night before, but it was the sprinklers, right? The wet grass, and we had this like chain link backstop, which is all rusted now. And we would play baseball, you know, and that brings back memories. So every time I look at this, it's just childhood memories. Holoveiw effects right here. It has the number. So we're an insert. So this is the 16th card out of 38. Upper deck, I'm still mad at you. That should be 23 out of 38. Come on. Anyway, bothers me. Or at least have 45 of them. So whatever. The first, and so it just gives a little spiel right here. At the bottom it says SP. There's the, Major League Baseball, branding here, upper deck branding, as well as the year and, the fine print down here. So a lovely card. One of my all-time favorites. I love, love, love this card. This is what I was looking forward to. Jordan playing baseball in those years when he was retired. Glad he came back. If you want to support this channel, you can buy me a new pair of shoes, some Reebok Instapumps. All right. If you want to support this channel, you can support me on Patreon. I always like to give credit to my patrons. You can also visit my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. It's Michael Jordan! Thanks everybody for watching.